Hello, Natural Nation. It's me, Dave Sandstrom. I know I've been under the radar for a little while. You haven't heard from me much, but that doesn't mean I haven't been hard at work. I've been working behind the scenes, upgrading the show to Natural Health Matters 2.0, and it's almost ready. It's still in the oven, but in a couple of weeks, we're going to be going live with the first new video podcast, and I'm really excited about it, and I wanted to tell you a few of the highlights about what I've been working on. So in episode 42 last year, I changed the name of the show from Holistic Health Matters to Natural Health Matters. And that was a significant upgrade because I started to refine the message a little better. But this is much more than that. I've got a totally new designed website and new branding going on. I've got a new logo and I've got a new tagline. The new tagline goes like this: I help you maximize your health potential so that you can look and feel your best at any age. And of course, if you've been listening to the show, you know that we maximize our health potential by aligning our lives more fully with God's natural design for spirit, mind, and body. So last fall, I wrapped up the podcast with an 18-part series on the spiritual component of health. And most of those episodes were solo. I had a couple of guests on, but it was mostly solo episodes. Moving forward, I'm going to be focusing on guests. It doesn't mean that I won't do a solo episode now and then. I will, but I'm going to be more focused on getting quality guests on the show. Now, I've already recorded 15 video guest interviews, and there's some great conversations coming up, and I'm really excited to bring that to you in audio, but also in video format. So you're going to be able to listen to the audio form like you always have, but now moving forward, you're going to be able to watch the podcast on davidsandstrom.com. On the show notes page, I'll have a video posted there, as well as YouTube and Rumble. You'll have the full-length episodes there. Now, you're still going to be able to listen on all your favorite podcast listening platforms. It's, of course, going to be on Apple Podcast, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Google Play, Podbeam, Overcast, and it's even going to be on Facebook. Now, learning how to do video was a pretty steep learning curve for me. You know, a lot of people that do it well, they make it look easy, but creating a good video podcast is a lot more than just picking up your phone and start talking. There's equipment to buy, there's software to learn, and there's editing to do. It's far more complex than audio alone, but I've really enjoyed this process, and I'm looking at the quality of some of these episodes, and I think you're really going to love it. It's really good quality. It's professional level. I've got a new studio. Here it is. I hope you enjoy it. I think it looks pretty good. I've, as I mentioned, got some new gear. I've got a 4K camera that I'm using now. I've got some studio lighting. I've really invested quite a bit of time and effort into this, and I hope that you really enjoy the listening and learning experience better. Now, another big upgrade to Natural Health Matters 2.0 is I'm going to have a social media presence. I'm going to be on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Now, YouTube is a special platform because they, of course, have long-form video, and I'll be posting the full episodes there on Wednesday mornings. And they also have medium-form video, so I'll be answering questions on 5 to 15-minute postings on YouTube. And I'll also be using YouTube Shorts, where I'll be posting 1-minute podcast clips there. And that's what I'll be posting on social media as well. So I encourage you to pick your social media channel that you like, find me there, follow me, watch the videos, like them, comment, and if you leave me a comment, I definitely will respond. And if you like a certain video, please share it with your network. I would appreciate that. So if you want to find me on social media, my handle is David Sandstrom Health on all channels except for Twitter. That David Sandstrom Health was too long for Twitter, so for Twitter I just used Sandstrom Health. Sandstrom is spelled Sandstrom. On Twitter, it's Sandstrom Health, and everywhere else, it's David Sandstrom Health. And by the way, David Sandstrom Health is a good way to get a hold of me. If you Google David Sandstrom Health, right now, the top 10 results will be me. Either one of my pages on my website, one of my previous episodes, or perhaps it's an interview I did on another show, but the top 10 results on David Sandstrom Health on a Google search is me. So if you use that, you'll find me. My plan is to post one video per week as I used to, but I used to post on Monday mornings. Now I'm going to be posting on Wednesday mornings. So at 5 a.m., that's when I'll post the new full-length podcast episode. And then Monday through Friday, I'll be posting social media posts with highlight clips of that video, as well as some of the other content that I've created over the last couple of years. Now, the posts that I'm creating for social media, they're video and they're really good. I think you're really going to enjoy those. And I encourage you to check them out. The first full-length video I'm going to post is going to go live on May 11th. I interviewed Dr. Terry Harmon. Dr. Harmon is a chiropractor and a functional medicine practitioner, and we talked about how he incorporates his faith and biblical wisdom into his healthcare practice. And it was an incredible discussion. I think it's one of the best interviews I ever did. He really brought it. He was a great guest, and man, did he bring some great information. Now, the video quality is not top-notch because I wasn't using Riverside just yet, but it's still good, and the content is just off the charts good. So I encourage you to check out that episode on May 11th with Dr. Terry Harmon. It's going to be episode number 76. So if you want to get a hold of me, the best way to get a hold of me is email david@davidsandstrom.com. You can always go to the website, davidsandstrom.com. You can use the contact form there. And of course, you can always DM me on social media now that I'm there. So I appreciate your patience. I appreciate you waiting all winter long for the podcast to come out again. I'm excited. I hope that you enjoy the new format, and I'll talk with you next week. Take care and be blessed.